When they got in there, I was like, holy shit, Islam might be bigger than Jack at welterweight. He might have weighed more on fight night than the actual welterweight champion at the time, at the beginning of that fight.
The very first strikes that Jack threw at him, I noticed he was boxing lead leg heavy, and I said, uh-oh, and his legs were wide because he was lead heavy, and I'm like, oh man, I go, and I didn't have to say nothing about keep calf kicking because Islam already knew what to do.
I told you all, he's going to shoot round 1, minute 1. About a minute 10 seconds, a minute 5 seconds, Islam shoots. He takes JDM down.
They had this dude dead to rights. Those takedowns came easy. Dude, he was way better than JDM. Way better.
Islam went straight for the calf kick within the first minute, straight for the calf kick, started doing some real damage to that leg early on. Obviously, the wrestling was always going to be a big factor in this fight. Yeah. Islam does what Islam does. But I think the leg attacks just took Jack's foundation away.
This was something Usman was working with on him, Islam. He was working with that. They were working that a lot. In sparring, he was nailing the guys with that calf kick. And even with shin guards and everything, he hurt one of the sparring partners with that very same kick.
This is the plan, You can see that Dana just posted in his Instagram. We do the warm-up in the room. I put Usman. I give him calf, and when he changed the stance, yeah. I go double leg. He even not defensive. And this is our plan.
I think the low kicks really crushed him. Yes, it made a big difference, definitely. But I don't think JDM should have been southpaw for so long. And then he did later on in the fight. He switched to orthodox, and that didn't help either. But he did get crushed by those kicks, man.
He wasn't able to stay in southpaw. And Jack likes to start there, switch orthodox, and then find all those angles. And he rips and he cuts to the body, and he just has all that beautiful movement. That was gone in round 1. And then on top of that, you just got this monster on top of you. As soon as he flattened him out in round 1, I remember thinking, I made the wrong pick.
Islam was dialed in, absolutely. You could see in his eyes, he took this so serious. He realized that this was such a big moment in his own fighting legacy, that what we got arguably the pound for pound best fighter on planet Earth, bringing his AAA game.
Stellar performance. I know a lot of fans said it wasn't the most exciting, this and that, but man, Islam did his job. He did what he's supposed to do. Take the guy down, control him, try to hurt him, try to submit him. It's not really his fault that he's so damn good,
What has happened to ground and pound, man? Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm all for maintaining control. I'm all for going for a submission. But how about cracking him in the face? How about going up, whack, take that, and then going back down? That's what I used to do. Not that I wasn't Islam Makhachev, you know what I mean? I didn't have that kind of wrestling. But if I got on top of someone, man, I was beating the shit out of him, or trying to anyway.
Guys are much harder to hold down than they used to be, so it's limiting what kind of ground and pound you would used to get. So Islam didn't necessarily lay like a hardcore beating on him in that particular way, but in terms of doing the things he needed to do, not just to secure a victory, but to show, first of all, threatening with those arm bars, Kimuras or straight arm bars, depending on what they would have been, a few times, I thought was really interesting.
I was not surprised, but I do believe it's a guy you can't do any mistakes with him, especially as a tactical aspect of the fight. And I believe in the second round he started defending the takedowns, and then he attacked an Aragoshi, a judo throw, and he almost completed it, but he instead of going away with it, he tried to fulfill 100% the move when he ended up being under Makhachev. And those small mistakes, you cannot do them against Islam.
Jack got a little bit too confident. He tried to go for a whizzer kick or a hip throw. Tried to go for a hip throw on Islam Makhachev. What are you doing? You don't do that. He shouldn't be trying to grapple with Islam at all.
When I take him down first time, I feel it's gonna be long night and I can do whatever I want in the ground because I expect for him like he gonna try to get up, but we watch his all fights. He have couple like sweep, couple things in the ground, but I block him there.
JDM, when you saw him sit on the stool between the rounds, he was so depressed. Even his coach had to tell him, if you listen to the corner between rounds, his coach tells him, take that sad look off your face. He was upset with JDM. Take that sad look off your face. He was egging JDM on.
His face almost looked like, the beginning of the fight, I was like, man, JDM looks mad. He looks pissed. He looks like he knows he's in for a war, right? He knows he's going against one of the GOATs of this time. And come round 3, 4, even the 5th one, I felt like he was opening up presents for Christmas and he didn't get the toy he wanted. Like, he felt sad. He felt like something was wrong.
I gotta be honest, and I kind of felt bad for him when I was watching. Like, I felt like sad for him because he looked hurt and he just really looked like dejected and like kind of broken.
His cornerman in between rounds was like, what are you doing? Stop playing half guard. You got to go at him, and like basically just abusing him. And Jack just looked destroyed mentally, like, I'm trying.
He looked emotional. He looked emotional, and I'm not saying that to even diss him, right? You know how it is sometimes.
Same.
When you can't do anything, and you're just like, what the? And he's tough enough. He's got enough heart where he knows he's not going to quit on himself. But I think after round 1, maybe round 2, he's probably thinking, it's just going to be this for 25 minutes, for a half hour. I'm going to be just struggling to not get choked unconscious by this guy.
Yeah, I mean, so Islam was out striking him and out wrestling him. Like, he literally beat him everywhere. There was one single exchange, it might have been the 3rd round, I forget, where Islam was like in a clinch situation and JDM just like lit up the body, went to the uppercuts, threw a nice combination. Islam was completely unaffected. That guy didn't give it. He didn't react. He didn't care. He didn't even let go of the exchange. He didn't desperately shoot. He didn't care at all. Like, it was crazy. His lack of like, there's a combination coming my way.
He didn't just beat Jack Della. He didn't just dominate Jack Della. He broke him. And the guy that we saw at the beginning of that fight, the guy who made the walk, the guy who was standing there as he was being introduced by Bruce Buffer, was not the same guy that we saw end of the 4th, beginning of the 5th, end of the 5th. And his body language, his face, told the whole picture. Islam Makhachev broke him mentally.
Survive, defend, attack. Jack Della Maddalena has spent this entire fight between survive and defend. This wasn't even fucking close. I mean, Jack's good enough to survive and not much else.
I'm not 100% sure that the camp respected Islam's stand-up. I could be wrong, but based on what they were saying, that Islam's stand-up was basic. I think maybe they were trying to bait us into a stand-up fight. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't know, but I just know what was said, but I don't think they really meant that, is what I'm saying.
In the striking also, he's not fast, I saw his all punches, and he become like a little bit tired after the first round, and I can strike with him, but just want to make it easy.
My observation watching it live and sitting there with you is how smart Islam Makhachev is. Maybe I'm wrong here, but to me it felt like he purposely allowed Jack to get up at the end of every single round with 10 seconds left. He had him down for 3 minutes. There was no accident in my opinion. Just to drain him a little bit more to allow him to try to get up and take that out of him. And I was just thinking, like, Jack, what are you getting up for? You didn't get up for 3 minutes. Just stay down for the last 10 seconds. You heard the clapper, right? Save some of that energy.
But I just think Islam was just too damn good. And I think the reason why nobody else was able to do it like Islam is, one, Bilal was standing on the feet, and he felt like he was having some success on the feet. Like, I felt like Bilal went into that fight against JDM in the first couple rounds thinking that he was going to shock the world and knock out JDM.
Javier and Khabib, they block my striking. You know, I can strike with anyone, but they say, hey, take him down, hold him. Why you have to go hard, you know?
Everybody in this room and everybody who watches this press conference knew what the game plan would be. If Jack couldn't stop the takedown, then he at least better be able to get back to his feet. And if he couldn't, you knew how this was going to play out.
He had good grit to work out of these things. But dude, look at the comprehensive nature of what Islam did to him. Beat him up standing, took him down literally whenever the fuck he wanted, kept him down basically as much as he wanted. That is about as clean a performance as you'll ever see in high-level MMA.
What did you say to Craig Jones after?
I told him, your jiu-jitsu not working. You have to come to Dagestan for 2-3 years.
What did he say?
He started laughing. He told Khabib, I will come Dagestan.
Like, I don't even think it was so much JDM. I think it was just more so the wrath of what Islam Makhachev does, from his single leg takedown to his little barzagar that he does.
You see that face? You see that face that JDM had right there?
Yeah.
There's that face of, I'm trying to fight, but this dude can't freaking let me.
He's a double champion. He is a 2-division champ. Khabib walked up to me and goes, put your eyes down, right? Because now we have a guy that has 2 belts. So now I got to go talk to Islam, but I got to make sure I put my eyes down, because he now joins that list of people that have won belts in 2 divisions, and he assures himself to be remembered as one of the greatest of all time.